Me and Jamie had lunch on Saturday for Valentine's Day. Our wives came. Do you want to explain the place that we ate at?
It was, well, so there was lots of options presented, but Sabrina definitely needed appetizers.
Greasy apps is what she said.
So I was like, okay, in that part of town, our options are going to be Chili's or this random place called Abe's that turned out to be an Abe Lincoln themed log cabin looking diner that I had a very nice burger and onion rings there, actually.
Yeah, we ate at the Abraham Lincoln, Western New York's Abraham Lincoln themed log cabin diner that only took cash. And just lots of portraits of Abraham Lincoln, maybe too many everywhere. Busts.
Yeah, Kate turns to me and says, maybe this is not the place we're going to keep coming back. When she looked around at when she looked around at the crowd and then looked at me, and it was like,
So
I was fine. It was safe, but
I don't know if we should call him a cook because he was basically heating up things they bought at Walmart. But the cook was loudly singing religious country the entire time we were there. And then the girl who took our order, two things. One, I ordered for my wife because she was having a very bad day. So my wife wanted some greasy apps. So I got her fried pickles.
By the way, speaking of greasy apps, join Spotify. No, I'm just
which reminds me of our sponsor today.
Sorry, it just seemed like one of the perfect podcast segues.
It really is. But we had no, this is a commercial for Abe's at this point. Our sponsor today is Western New York's Abe's.
They don't even know it. They're just getting free.
They don't have the internet there. They've never heard of it. But they had, so my wife I got her fried pickles. I got her fried zucchini. I got her something else. Don't know what it was. Another three
tenders?
Chicken tendies. Yeah. So 3 apps that are all like full sized. Then I ordered a garbage plate for myself, which is a cheeseburger and a Rochester red hot dog. Served over French fries and macaroni salad with hot chili sauce poured over the whole fucking thing.
And let's explain what Rochester's hot sauce looks like. It is literally looks like the scrapings off of a burger griddle with hot sauce added to it. So it is just greasy, meaty, hot stuff slathered over everything on that plate. And that is the garbage plate.
So I had a garbage plate, and I finished ordering that, and then I said, and I'll have a jumbo Coke, because that's what they had. They had jumbo. I'm like, if I have an option of a jumbo Coke, I'm taking it, right? So I take the jumbo Coke, and then I got my wife a large Coke. And then she turns and goes, and for you, to my wife. And I was like, you think I'm eating all this by myself? I just ordered 4 fucking plates of food and 2 drinks.
Welcome to episode 16 of the Insignificants, the oral history of Darling Waste. I'm your co-host, Jamie. With me today is Lance from Darling Waste and a special guest. You want to introduce our guest, Lance?
Yeah, we got Justin here, also from Darling Waste, which is how we know each other. So that works out great. Justin, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
So, me and Jamie started this podcast apparently 16 episodes ago. And although one was a clip show, and then one was cut in half, so 13 episodes ago, maybe. But anyway, we started this podcast.
Wait, it's like classic Darling Waste. Like, take whatever you have from the prior album, cut it apart, redo it, slap it on 3 more albums.
Episode 5 will also be episode 19.
Episode.
Yeah, we'll just slow down episode 4 and put it back out at episode 26.
Right. We'll add a new beat over the back end of it.
By episode 42, Wiley's rapping on it. It's a whole thing.
Then there's a swinging piano version of this podcast.
A bunch of them will just go from hot topic to hot topic and do it live and then put that out. It's art will imitate life, will imitate art.
Can you imagine if we just showed up in a random hot topic and started podcasting from there? I
don't think he would tell us not to.
I don't think so either. We didn't start
old enough
interviewing
now.
them.
They just assume that it's okay.
Yeah.
It's the most confident walk-in. So Jamie and I started this podcast, which made sense because Jamie was there pre-Darling Waste. But Justin, you are much later on the timeline. Do you know the year that we met?
It was September of 2011.
That makes total sense. That makes total sense. Okay. So we met through an ad that I put out. Was it Craigslist or MySpace or Facebook?
It was Craigslist.
Okay, so it was a Craigslist ad looking for a bass player. Is that?
Yes.
And can you walk me through how we first started talking and what you made me do to talk to you?
Okay, so listen, I'm a nervous person, and I knew that I was going to have to drive 2 hours to meet you, and for some reason I thought this might be an elaborate plan for a Craigslist person to steal my music gear. So I looked you up, and I'm like, you guys are pretty famous. Can you please just like DM me from your Twitter account just to make sure it's you? And you didn't have the password to the Twitter account.
I knew there was I knew there was something. Yeah, I think Brandon had it.
Which is how we know it was really Lance and the real Twitter account, because there's no way the real Darling Waste would have their own passwords.
We're currently locked out of our Facebook. Like, I have no clue how to get into it. So then I had to, go on Facebook and talk to you? Is that...
No, I think you actually ended up getting the password for Twitter and DMing me, and I'm like, all right, I'm satisfied. And then I drove 2 hours to meet you.
So Justin was living in the middle of South Carolina, and I was on the east coast of South Carolina in 2011, having been kicked out of England sometime in February of 2011. I'd moved to Myrtle Beach in February. We had just released Good and Bad Angels a couple months earlier. And I was putting together a touring band. Now, can you remember who all was in the band at that point when you joined? Was there anybody? Or was I putting together a whole new band?
Yeah, so the first tour was literally just you, me, and that cover band drummer.
Okay, yeah. So I don't remember. And maybe when we get closer to 2011, I'll better recollection of this, because we're really living in 2004 right now in this podcast. But so the band had been Noah, Daniel, Mikey, and me for like a couple years at this point, like 2008 to 2011 or so. And then I get why Noah wasn't there, because he was gone by then. And then Daniel kept getting in trouble. So I guess he was probably at that point home and trying to make money to like pay off bond or something, I'm assuming. So that makes sense. And then we didn't have a bass player. We did not have a bass player for 4 years or something after Andrew left. We just never replaced Andrew. We just didn't bother. Mikey played keys and we backing tracked the bass. And so you were our first bass player after like a 4-year break from. That's how. We're like how over bass players I was by then. And then we did our first tour together, and you're saying it was in September?
Yeah.
Of 11? Okay.
What was your first impression of Lance after meeting him in person?
These are good questions. Thank you, Jamie.
So we met at a mall, and Lance explained to me that being in a band is 1 hour on stage together, 23 hours hanging out, and he liked comic books and I liked comic books, and I'm like, oh yeah, this will be fine.
Yeah, but I do remember talking about the X-Men comics. You had them all on like a CD or something, right?
Yes.
Like just like a billion gigs of comics. Yeah. Okay, so we meet up. You start touring with us. We go through a couple not great drummers. We had Corey, I think his name was, right?
Yes.
Corey was a like marathon cover band drummer. So he just refused to hit the goddamn drums because he just was always about saving himself and like not overexerting. So he's just this like tapper, and we could not get him to play with any kind of emotion at all. We didn't get along great, me and Corey. I remember my only big memory, I have two memories of Corey, is I was very, I'm sure, drunk. Because at this point I had been started drinking.
Straight edge phase was over. That really lasted all of 1.5 albums.
Marriage. Coming out of my first marriage.
So that was up through Death of the Dreaming.
Yeah. I remember when we were doing a burlesque show, because at this point, Darling West had also started playing burlesque tours. I was on stage pretty drunk. No, very drunk. Because I remember getting really drunk in the crowd before we went and played. We were like sitting and watching the burlesque show, and I was like pretty drunk, I think. Do you remember this?
Yeah, that's accurate.
And we got on stage, and I was very much doing this was an era of me that was very much in my frontman rock star persona kind of thing. So I remember like dragging the mic stand around and not bothering to play guitar and singing to people like Elvis, like tipping the mic down and stuff. And he just got so fucking mad at me because I was ruining his drum YouTube videos.
Yes.
Because he did a nightly like drummer perspective video, and he told me to tune my guitar, and he was like, "Your guitar is ruining my drum technique videos because you're so far out of tune." And I was like tuning by ear, but I was drunk, and he's like, "You have a tuner." I'm like, "We're fine."
Doesn't he know that's what Darling Waste just sounds like?
Yeah, just out of tune, too much feedback. The guy's being an asshole. Like that's
two of the
Darling
members a half key apart.
Oh my God, always.
I succumbed to it one of the 3 shows.
So we had him. And then after that, we had another drummer, and this was the other Justin, right? Justin Burt. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we picked up another drummer from South Carolina who was like a Muppet as a human, is kind of what I remember.
He was like an ex-military guy.
But like, he said he was, and I guess I believed him, but he was the goofiest fucking kid on the planet. I can't imagine him having a gun. He was just silly, right?
He really was. He would ask to borrow deodorant by asking, "Do you have smell good?" And then he would yell at girls out the window, "Girl, you know you got butthole."
Yeah. No, do you think your life is a net positive or net negative from meeting me?
Net positive.
There's a little pause there.
The first year of the 2 I was in the band was fantastic.
Were you only in the band for 2 years?
Yeah.
That was a long 2 years. I know
it seems like longer. Yeah.
Jesus.
For you.
Yes. So you were in it for 11 and 12? Is that really it?
See, so from 11,
12 and 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. And then when did you leave? Do you know about when in 2013?
I'm not sure. I think I came down here. Yeah, I want to say.
You played the May Paul Diallo Alan Bonner tour for sure.
Yes.
You were at the Suicide Girls foam party for sure.
Yes.
On June 1st. So yeah, you were there for the summer, it seems like. Mm-hmm. Did you play Cleveland Music Fest with Rookie of the Year and us in September?
Yeah, the last show I remember was...
Oh, you played that awful Rock City Tap House show in Parma. Remember where the fire alarms went off? I
do remember that, yep.
And I was real mad the owner ate my food. Remember that?
I don't remember that.
Oh, motherfucker ate my food. I was so pissed. So that was in September. You played the Emerson Theater Indianapolis show where I hit Daniel with a bottle and he needed stitches but didn't get any.
Absolutely.
And he was like bleeding like a motherfucker.
Boy, is this just a list of the things that you've done wrong?
No, this is just a week. This is literally just all in a week. Did you play the Rex Theater Zombie Prom with Rookie of the Year and Bella Sin?
I'm not sure.
I feel like that might have been
the...
Yeah, you would probably remember. It was a messy night.
Yeah, my last show was a Cleveland show. I'm trying to remember the name of was it Agora? Is that right?
Yeah. We played the Agora. Yeah, that's a place.
Yes, confirmed it was the Agora.
It wasn't the Norma Jean show, though, was it?
No. That was before that one. The video I found online is posted in June of 2014, but the show was obviously way before that.
So you left mid 2013, and then your life got much better.
The last 10 years have been rough for everybody, so...
True. Yeah. No, that's why we just do this podcast to talk about the better times.
And seeing as we are wrapping up the first album, Justin, what is your early memory of this album?
Had you ever listened to this record before today?
No, I listened to it about 12 hours ago, and I'm like, I know some of these songs, and some of these, I swear I've never heard this song before.
Yeah, we've never played them. For sure, by the time you were in the band, we were never like, let's go back to that first record. We were ignoring the first record.
Right, you had literally 2 songs from this, Drive Away and Changing the Seasons, probably in your repertoire.
Yeah, and then funny enough, I was telling you how I always pretended this album didn't exist. Do you know when we signed to Delphine Records for the third record, I was digging around. They actually put out Darling Waste's debut EP, Death of the Dreaming, on all of their sites. And we're pretending that our other bigger album had never happened. So, and that was a thing.
Death of the Dreaming is such an interesting, both experience recording and interesting record in your oeuvre. I can't wait until we talk about that.
We will talk about that. It's one of the only records, I think it's the only record that was recorded how actual bands actually record records, where we got in a room, we recorded it in a week. It was what it was. We wrote a couple songs during the writing of it.
It was a whole weird experience on many levels, but it also has its own vibe because of that. So I can't remember. Did we introduce this episode? I think I must have. No.
This is Blind. Go listen to Blind. I just put it up because it hasn't been on streaming ever, which I wasn't even aware of until we started this podcast. I'm like, oh shit, we forgot to put that up. So Blind is the hidden track on the first record. The reason I think the reason it's hidden is because we couldn't clear it in time or something. I don't fucking remember. I think because if you asked me before, I would say, oh no, we just recorded this thing and we wanted to throw it at the end of the album or do something with it. But I found old live journal entries where I'm talking about it's going to be on the record. So I think I thought I was putting this on the record at one point. I don't know. We got permission from the band. We just emailed Face to Face. So it's a cover by a band called Face to Face. If you don't know who Face to Face is, they're a mid-90s, West Coast melodic skate punk band, kind of Social Distortion but fast, maybe. Singer Trevor has a great lower voice. They have a live album. To this day is one of my favorite live albums. I think it's just called Live 1995 or something. I love this band. Very formative band for me in the 90s. And I think this was a little bit before this, but so punk bands used to take slow songs and cover them. Or like Me First and the Gimme Gimmes, every band had a song, right? That they would cover. And, some of them got famous off of it, Save Ferris with Come On Eileen. That's their biggest hit ever. Goldfinger did 99 Red Balloons and had a big hit with it. And so this was a big thing, right? Everyone had their cover song. Suicide Machines did Holiday Road, which was so fucking good, off of the Vacation movie. So every band had their cover. And so I wanted a cover, but we weren't a punk band. So I thought it'd be fun to take a punk song and reclaim it back to sad, right? So that's kind of where my thought process was. And then that really blew up after this with the Pop Goes Punk album series and stuff. So had either of you heard that song before Darling Waste? Justin, have you heard the Darling Waste version?
Yeah, no, that I'm familiar with, but I had never heard the original until after.
I'll admit I have not heard the original.
Jamie, do you want to hear the original real quick just so you have a jumping off point or no?
Sure, why not?
I mean, I don't, I'm
yeah.
All right, hold on.
We'll do right by the audience.
Yeah, go ahead. No, but if you haven't heard it, go listen to Face to Face, Blind. All right, sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, and if you are looking to find Darling Waste's version of Blind, it is not with the Manifest Destiny album on Spotify, although it is on the CD. However, in the Darling Waste Spotify account, you will find Blind as its own single, so you can listen to it there.
All right, so there you go.
So that is definitely pre-auto-tune.
Yeah, right. But you get the idea. That's the song. One of my favorite Lance and Justin stories ever includes this song, which is one of the reasons I really wanted him on. He already knows. One of the reasons I really wanted him on this podcast, because I've only played it live once that I remember for sure, and it was a night that we will remember the rest of our lives. So let's talk about the recording of it real quick. Jamie, do you remember this at all?
Not one iota.
Me either.
Here's so many chunks of this album that I do remember recording. I do not remember doing this song at all.
So on April 11th, 2013, I said, oh my God, So, okay, this was not on your birthday. It was the day before. This is last time. I made you mix on your birthday.
Probably.
It sounds right. Where would you rather be than mixing horrible local music on your birthday?
Honestly, amen. I don't know who I was talking to the other day. Oh, it must have just been you when we were out at lunch saying,
when we were podcasting in front of our wives.
Right. I really need more local high school bands back in my life. I'm sort of missing it.
We mixed Blind last night in the studio on April 11th, 2003. So April 10th. Blind is the only cover song I'm doing on the album. It's by Face to Face. If you don't know Face to Face, get some albums. You'll be happy with me later. And then I was talking about Warped Tour for a while. So there you go. So we definitely recorded this in March, mixed it in April of 2003. Okay. I don't have anything else to say about it. I love this song. I've loved this band. I remember being in high school, my friend Jimmy had a half pipe, and we would skate the half pipe all the time, and we just had stacks of CDs. And I don't think I realized who Face to Face was. They just kind of blended together with all the other bands. And then one time I was in a record exchange, and I don't know if you guys remember, I don't know if Justin, do you remember record exchange at all from being in Cleveland? Yeah, we used to go there. We used to get the cheap PS2 games every week. It's like a highlight of my life. Literally, one of the favorite memories of my life is just weekly going and getting some bullshit pizza and some old game and just taking turns or just watching you play for 10 hours, you watching me play for 10 hours, and just fucking eating pizza and doing nothing with life.
That actually sounds kind of amazing.
It was really nice. I don't know what we were supposed to be doing, but that's what we were doing. Probably we were just trying to be in Darling Way still, I guess, in between tours or something. But
I don't know. Isn't just eating pizza and playing games for 10 hours being in Darling Waste?
Pretty much. God, there was a tour where we literally just watched like seasons 1 through 4 of Lost on repeat constantly around the clock on DVD. That's what being in Darling Waste was. Just this psychotic, oh, you haven't seen this episode? Let's back it up. We can all watch it again on the floor of or in a van. It was real weird. So, but yeah, I was in a record exchange, and they used to have like 6 disc changers, and everybody on the staff would pick the record, the CD they wanted. So it would rotate between the 6, and there was just a live album. And every time the live album came on, it was another fucking fantastic punk song. And I didn't realize the same band wrote all those because they're on different albums and shit. I was like, who is this? I thought it was Social Distortion, but it was just too fast. And it was Face to Face. So I bought that record that day, and then bought the rest of their discography, and I really loved them. So wanted to record this song and asked them via email if we could. And they said, yes, just write to our label. And the label said, nope. And then we had already recorded it, and so we decided to hide it.
And you didn't go to Harry Fox Agency to just officially license it?
I don't think we could. And I don't remember why, but
they may not have been represented there for licensing.
Yeah, I think it was ownership rights. I think the label, it was Epitaph Records, just owned everything or something. It was like a full-on ownership of the publishing rights and everything is what it was explained to me. Since then, we've put it out and haven't had any problems. We just nowadays you can just go and click a button and say, this is a cover, here's who originally wrote it, and they will go do the work for you for like $10. So that worked, and that worked well. So that's why it's out now. So
yeah, talk a little bit about, maybe you'll get there, but where it is physically on the album.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So I am a big fan of hidden tracks. And we've talked about this once before on the podcast. Justin, are you old enough for hidden tracks?
Absolutely.
Do you have a favorite hidden track or a favorite album that had a hidden track?
This is not going to be what you expected. One of my favorite albums of all time is Return of Saturn by No Doubt. And
yeah, no, that makes sense.
They have a really cool instrumental version of one of the main tracks as their hidden track, and I really enjoy that.
Jamie, what about you?
I cannot think of a single hidden track on a single CD, and I still have all my binders of CDs, but I can't even think of one.
So Endless Nameless by Nirvana, I think, is the most famous hidden track. Green Day had that. I was all by myself. Someone was looking. I was thinking of you. Alanis Morissette had that gorgeous a cappella that it's like, I went to your house, found you, da-da. Heartbreaking when that comes on.
Who was the band that did the pre-hidden track where you had to rewind forward through?
Tool.
Was that on Lateralis?
Yeah, I think so.
Or 10,000?
No, it wasn't that. I didn't care about them by then. I'd probably Lateralis. Yeah, if you put that on and then start pressing rewind, you can get to a song before it, which we tried to figure out the technology for on the second record and didn't know how to do it. Didn't own the thing that did it.
Well, our CD burning software couldn't do that. We didn't have a full CD publishing suite. So we had to really hide blind. So I put 50 tracks total on the album. When you put the album in, it's a 50-track album. 36 random ass things between that and blind.
I just brought in my phone and we recorded all of my voice messages. So hidden randomly throughout this album is a bunch of voice messages, including one, this old Southern lady kept calling and just thinking, I don't know if my phone was calling her or something. I have 3-minute-long messages of her going, hello, you there? Hello. And so they're on there. I got stuff from Miranda on there. I got just a bunch of random shit. And then also, to even make it more frustrating, is we would have some that were like 30 seconds long or 36 seconds. So you're like, okay, this one's going to have one, and it doesn't. But then the next 24-second one does, but at the 12-second mark. So it's like really hard to find this shit. And then track 50 is, I think, 3 or 4 minutes long or something, right? So it seems like it's going to be a song, and it's not. But it has something on it. I think it's me fucking up in the studio. It's like me laughing and trying to sing or something. Just some outtake stuff. So you're like, okay, that's what they were hiding. The hidden track is actually track 49. It's a 10-minute track, and it starts at 7 minutes. So you have to rewind backwards from 50 or hit 49 and hold it down for like 6 minutes, 7 minutes to get to it. So we really tried our best to hide the fuck out of this song. I think we did pretty well. No one knows about it. So to this day, no one's aware. All right. Do you guys want to take a listen to it?
Well, yeah. And I know you said you had a story with Justin too. Is that before or after the listen through? The only time, I'm sure we played blind more than once. The only time I know for sure we played blind is at the Rock Shop in North Carolina on the tour with Leather Zoo, which would have been 2011 probably. Yes, here it is. I'm going to find it. So October 26th, 2011, we are playing the Rock Shop in Fayetteville, which is a really, I don't know. Actually, let me get Justin's unencumbered thoughts on the Rock Shop before I paint my picture of the Rock Shop. Did you like the Rock Shop?
I love that place. It was kind of in a rough area, but
fucking loved that place.
Yeah.
Good. I was worried you were like, no, it wasn't for me. I loved that place.
No. I love that place. Great stage, and Liz was always there, so that was cool.
Oh, Liz, hold on.
Yep, that's why I just said the first name, because I'm going to screw it up too.
We're both going to fuck it up. Liz. Gruesome. Yes. So here's the thing, Jamie. There's an adult film star named Liz Vicious who we constantly called Liz Gruesome Liz Vicious, and everybody would be like, no, that's the point. We're like, oh fuck, it's telling on yourself, basically. Liz Gruesome was a tattoo artist who was in a all-girl Misfits cover band called the Misfits, and they were fucking awesome.
Amazing.
So the rock shop was in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Is that right?
That's right.
Huge warehouse, and it had 2 stages, but in one massive open warehouse. And they had a stage. So this place held, I think, like 5,000 or something in the main hall. And they would have like, drowning pool and shit come through. And they had a stage that was like an amphitheater type stage. It was huge. But then on the very other end of the building, they had like a side stage, which was also fucking awesome and very large, but like half the size, right? So, Jamie, it's a lot like the Agora Ballroom and Agora main stage. It's about those same
they're
sizes.
all in one space, so there was nothing separating them. Interesting.
Nothing at all, but it's like 2 or 3 football fields away, and they would keep it dark so you could like kind of see it. And I guess they would have shows that go back and forth. We were never part of one of those. Ours were always just a small show. But the sound was phenomenal. The staff was phenomenal. The owner was amazing. He had a dog. The dog was amazing. They let us play there constantly, which was very nice of them. They would feed us and give us free drinks, which is where this story comes in. So everyone who goes out drinking, everyone who's of a certain age, knows the bartender is not flirting with you. The bartender is just giving her money. Everyone knows that. A couple times in my life, I have been so self-confident that I am positive the bartender is actually hitting on me. Although, devil's advocate, sometimes they were, and I did hang out with bartenders. So I guess, but...
Well, and now we've got a bartender here in town that loves Kate and I as a couple and gives us hugs every time we're in there. And so you can eventually cross that threshold.
Yeah. So if you're hearing this, don't lose hope. Maybe she does like you. No.
So we just undermined the story entirely.
But anyway, we're drinking at the bar before we play. Everyone's in a great mood. The bartender's fucking awesome. She's feeding us drinks. I actually was enjoying hanging out with Leather Zoo. It was like one of the only fucking nights of that entire tour I enjoyed their presence. I liked their drummer and their bass player, right? Yeah, the drummer I loved. I was like absolutely in love with the drummer. Bass player was cool. That's who we should have drum for us. Is that fucking guy. But he's British. He's a drummer. I don't know if he was good. He was fine, right? No? Yeah?
No, he was good.
Okay.
I think you were trying to headhunt him.
So, me, Justin, drummer, bass player for the band, drinking at the bar. She says, what are you drinking? And I say, give us your fucking girliest drinks you can. If there's umbrellas, there's flamingos, whatever you got. So we're all sitting at the bar drinking like Mai Tais and shit. The fruitiest drinks, the sugariest drinks we can find. Somehow, I don't know. I don't remember, Justin, you may, I don't know. Face to Face came up organically. I didn't do it. I think she did, or she had a Face to Face shirt on, or Face to Face came on the speakers, and she was like, fuck, I love Face to Face. I'm like, oh my God, no one loves Face to Face. We covered Face to Face. And she's like, oh my God, no way. I'm like, yeah. She's like, will you play it for me? I'm like, I will, baby. So we got up on stage. I dedicated the song to her. She's like giving me googly eyes and like doing the hands under the chin shit. I'm like, I am in. This is happening. And I'm playing her blind. And then we get off stage, and was that probably the Misfits were playing after us, or her husband's band or something? They always played that. Do you remember? Or maybe Leather Zoo, honestly, probably. They probably played. Me and Justin get shitty drunk. I am warming up to like, yo, baby, let me get your number territory. I'm telling a story. I'm in the middle of like some fucking awesome story. Everyone's laughing. It's like killing it. And someone, I don't know who, comes and taps me on the shoulder and says, hey man, your bass player is like on the ground, hard crying in the bathroom. You need to go get him. And you guys are cut off and you need to get the fuck out of here. And so I turn and I say, hey, I gotta stop that story right here. My dude needs me in the bathroom. Let me get that number so we can like continue this conversation. And she's like, no, and just walks off. I was like, just shuts it off when she realizes no more money is coming. And then I had to go get Justin. He's crying. I am heartbroken and drunk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so the lead up to all that was Leather Zoo. They were drinkers, and the whole tour they're like, Justin, when are we going to see you drink? When are we going to see you drink? And when we got to Fayetteville, it was dollar vodka night, and I spent $7.
I forgot it was dollar.
Yeah.
In my head, everyone just feeds us beer or booze. Yeah. I'm like, oh, booze. Dollar vodka night.
So, like, I do remember I'm in the bathroom crying, and you came to get me. I'm like, I want to die. You know, I was not good. And I don't remember laughing in the van because all I remember is that, someone getting my jacket, and then the lead singer from Leather Zoo tucking me into bed. That is all I remember. It was all blackout between that.
Okay. So there you go. That's our embarrassing story about Blind. All right. Do you want to listen to the song?
Yeah, let's listen to it.
All right, let me
the ostensible purpose of the podcast.
Yeah, the promise of the premise. We got to deliver. Okay, here we go. This is Blind by Face to Face, the hidden track on John Lewis' first album. Here we go.
Tape's rolling.
All right. And what if I'm right and you were wrong? What if you knew it all along? What if I figured out that I did not belong? What if it always bothered me? What if I never did believe? Would it be wrong if I decided I should leave? If I pretended I was blind and I struck it from my mind, would it still be there? And what if I do anything to make it seem alright? It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
I really like your vocals in this version of the song. When I was listening to it again, I thought you did a nice job. I still hate the MetroSync piano sound. I know it's what we had, but I don't think I did a good job mixing, getting your voice and the piano to feel like they were in the same space. I don't like the reverbs I put on your voice. There's a little short and a little brittle. And then, is there a weird bum, like half wrong hit note? Yeah. In that, okay, I've not. So
yeah, my like pinky hits a bass note, hits two of them and slides in. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Okay.
Do you think we faked that intro?
Oh, 100%.
Me too.
Oh, 100%.
Do you have memory of faking the intro?
No, but I mean, as soon as I heard it, I'm like, there's no easy way that I would have recorded that over the talkback mic.
100%. That's not how studios work. No, you're not standing in the room next. You don't walk in next to me and go, tape's on, by the way, and then walk back out of the room.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right.
Now, there's plenty of times in the middle of a take where I have left the control room, walked into the live room to fix something while the band is playing. Like that does happen all the time, but not beforehand.
Was tape actually rolling?
No, there was no tape.
That was also a lie.
This was either recorded on ADAT or possibly Tenuendo, but probably ADAT.
Two lies immediately to start this song. The tape is not rolling, and we did not actually do that at the beginning of that song.
Yeah.
Good. I'm way more Southern on the first record than I am the rest of our career, I feel like. But okay. You ready to hop back in?
Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Do I don't know. So listen, I did not listen to this today. I think I listened to it when I posted it up. I'm sure I did. I don't know if I go up the octave or not. I go up the octave. I better go up the octave. If I don't go up the octave, what's the point of this? So I'm just going to put that out there.
You're okay. My notes are good for the second verse.
I'm going to be really upset with myself if I don't go,
okay.
And what if it's all... I better go.
And what if it's all inside my head? What if those words were never said? Would it be easier if I could just forget? What if I didn't run away? Could it be any other way? Would it be wrong if I decided should stay.
Now stop it here because there's a chance I ruin it in the next 2 seconds by going up higher. Fuck yes, Lance. I am proud of that. I'm proud that we left the voice break in. I am okay with that. Jamie,
well, listening to the original version, boy, there are some pitch misses in the original. So yeah, let it be raw.
It's the 90s.
Right.
All right. Justin?
Yes.
Overall, you okay with the song so far, buddy?
Yes.
No. just give me a thumbs down and put his finger.
So when we do that conversation about like the worst moments of our lives with Lance, this will be Justin's. Being asked to comment on a song live.
Put me on the spot.
I loved it.
Dare you?
I loved it when I asked both Jamie. So on sort of on social media, even though neither one of them are on social media. I posted a thing that said, I will only tour again with Darling Waste if these criteria are met. And it was the band has to consist of Jamie, Justin. I already forgot who else it was. Was it? Fuck, I don't remember. Delane on drums for sure. Mm-hmm. Me on vocals. Did I say Mikey? I said I don't remember who I said. Do we have a fifth person? We had a fifth person.
Yeah, you would have picked a lead guitarist.
Oh, lead guitarist. Yeah, Anton. Duh.
Yep, that makes sense.
Who was our current guitarist friend person and did the British stuff. That makes way sense. Because I kind of want Mikey, who was our keyboard player forever, to play keys because he also has a great voice. But I think we have it covered. But anyway, and a 6-piece, that might be too much. I don't know. Good guy, though. So anyway, had to do those 5 things. And then I realized that each of us live in a different part of the world. Justin's down in Florida. You're in New York. I'm in Cleveland. Delane is in Las Vegas. And Anton is in Northern England. So that's the tour. It's just those 5 places. We have to just go. Yours is getting subbed out for New York City. I'm sorry. We're not playing Rochester.
That's fine. It's fine. You know I love New York City.
Yours is getting subbed out for Orlando so I can fucking go to Star Wars. And then and we're playing Vegas. That's fine. And then Anton's is getting set out for fucking London. Probably we're not going to go play Warrington. So those areas, right? And then if everyone had to agree to it, we only play those 5 shows. They can't be consecutive because I don't want to do that. So like one a weekend or one every 3 months. I don't fucking care when. And then. We have to play 15 songs because if we're going to do it, we might as well play a fucking long set. And each of us had to pick 3 songs, and that's it. There's no discussion. And I loved both of your reactions to that privately. I was like, what's your 3 songs? And both of you were like, why the fuck would you? Jamie was like, I will have to research the entire catalog and let you know. And Justin's like, I am the most indecisive person you've ever met. How are you putting me on the spot and demanding 3 songs?
Both very in keeping with our personalities.
And then Anton picked 3, said no, fuck that. Picked 3 more, said no, fuck that. And then which is also his personality. So all perfect. And then I just picked the 3 that people actually want to hear because that's my personality is to try to please the person who's listening. So those are not in any way in my top 30 songs I want to play, but you have to. And Justin was very nice. He tried to take one for the team. He's like, change the seasons because you have to, and you're not going to pick it. I'm like, I'll take change the season. That's fine. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go up higher now, and we're going to see if Lance.
I believe in you.
Here we go, buddy. Start off good. Here we go.
If I pretended I was blind and I struck it from my mind, would you still be there? And what if I do anything to make it seem alright? You know it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright.
All right, there you go. Young me doing the Chris Carrabba, getting it going. What did you think about the break up to the falsetto, Jamie?
I hated it.
Pitchy.
I hated it. I hated it because of the pitch.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could hit it better now.
Yeah.
The rest of it, maybe not, but I could do the falsetto better. See, if we did this live now, Justin could take that. and I wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
Justin, how are your high vocals? Are they still good?
They're still good, yeah.
All right, cool.
And I'll do the whole song an octave down.
Yeah, and yeah. So I think if we did tour, Justin would be in charge of most choruses. Like, I would just do the verses, and then I would just go like play guitar somewhere, and Justin would just take over. We had a plan for a while where I could just like Dread Pirate Roberts this thing, and just give it over to Justin and wander off and hope no one notices. We had like similar hair for a while and stuff, and it's like I think we could probably get away with this. No one really knows what I look like. I could just like take over bass for a little bit too, so no one feels too weird, and then just kind of slowly wander off, right? So
the best is when your cousin came to a show and he thought I was you. Do you remember that?
I do. Yeah, so that makes sense. Close enough. Welcome back, Darling Waste. So, all right. Let's play to the end. We have 40 seconds.
And what if I didn't run away? Could it be any other way? Would it be wrong if I decided I should stay?
Yeah,
Fine.
I like the retardando.
Yeah, me too. All right. When and where was this recorded? MetroSync, March and April of, what did we say, 03? Who played on it? I think it was all me, baby.
All you.
Instrumentation, just a wonderful piano. What was it? It was a
Steinway.
I kept thinking we'll say Steinbrenner. I knew that wasn't right. It was a Steinbrenner, right?
And then, a little bit of saxophone there at the end. And no, not really.
All right. Categories: Throw It Away, Kill with Fire, Demo Slightly Embarrassing, Album Cut, Single, or Classic. Jamie, what say you?
So I believe it should stay as the hidden track, but I think it's a worthy hidden track. So I'm going to say album cut.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think album cut is fine. I might move it into the real album, but I could be talked out of it either way.
I worked so hard on my new album order and which songs should be on there. There's like, no, it's a perfect, tight 10-song album.
All right. And Jamie, what do you think of the recording? Give up, re-record, remix, remaster, good as is, or actually happy?
I'd say good as is. I think for a hidden track, a piano version of a punk song, I think it's got just the right emotion, just the right rawness. I don't want to overproduce it. Yeah, there's little things I'm unhappy with, but not anything where I feel like we owe it to do a new version.
At 2 minutes and 40 seconds, is the song too long for Jamie?
Boy, it feels a lot longer, but no.
Is that right? I think it's 2:40. Yeah, 2:42.
Yeah. No, it's okay.
Here's my hot take. I was ready for it to end before I played the last piano refrain. And when I went, I should stay, I would have been okay if it ended there. And then when it, banana, I'm like, yeah. So surprisingly, I could have done with less. Purely for a hidden track, right? It could have ended 20 seconds earlier. Okay. Who am I ripping off? Literally face to face. Probably a little bit of Dashboard, a little bit of Counting Crows.
Yep.
A little sprinkle of the usual suspects. Have we played it live? Yes, we have covered that. We did play it live at least once. I feel like I've covered it more than once at solo shows and stuff. Justin, do you have a?
Yeah, I was going to say, when I think of that song, I remember you playing it on guitar.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So I think a couple times I've probably, we talked about this before, Jamie, where like I have to stop and play a solo song or two in the middle of the set. I think maybe for that tour or something, a couple times I had Breakout Blind. So yeah, we've played it some. How was it received? One bartender pretended to like it a whole lot once for a tip. So I think that's so pretty well, I guess. I wonder how we tipped her. I think we probably tipped her pretty well. Okay. What's up, guys? Future Lance, Editing Lance here at the end of the episode. So this episode actually gets cut in half. We had Justin for this one day, and we didn't want to underutilize him, so we went pretty long. So I'm going to cut this into 2 episodes. The next episode, we are going to go track by track for the whole album, power rank them, talk about each track, get Justin's take on them. Also, we do a new album order and just have a lot of fun on that. So there aren't any recommendations at the end of this episode. So I'll just tell you what I'm watching on TV this week. I'm going through Amazon Prime right now. I finished, what's it called? Fallout. I finished Fallout Season 2. It's still fine. It's really loyal to the game, which I like. Fallout's one of my favorite games. It's good. I like it. It's Fallout is a gross game, which I like in gaming, but I don't love gross TV too much. So, just like the first season, it was a little gross. It's a little slow moving, but I like that. I'd rather be slow moving than fast moving, so that's okay. Maybe too many characters, too many plot lines going on, so you didn't get to spend enough time with everybody. But yeah, overall, it's a solid show. It's fun if you like sci-fi. If you like the game, it's 100% watch it. And then let's see what else. Oh, I watched for the first time ever. I've seen most of it. You know how when you're on TikTok, you see parts of movies or whatever. So I think just through that, I've seen most of it. But I finally sat down and watched all of Pop Star Never Stop, Never Stopping, the Lonely Island musical parody. Some really funny stuff in that. So if you've never seen that, it's really funny and worth watching. The bit where he tells them to turn the cameras off and then they fight bees and the queen bee and then they didn't get to do it on film is one of the funnier things that I've laughed at this year. And then I started watching Outer Range last night, and Outer Range is pretty good so far. I've only watched 1 episode. I don't know how fast they tear through plot. I feel like they can maybe give me all the plot and now it's just a soap opera. We'll see. I'll check back in on that. But Outer Range is fun. It's a rancher played by the guy who plays Thanos, I think. Josh Brolin, James Brolin's kid. Josh Brolin plays a rancher, and he is in a land war with another bunch of ranchers. It's kind of like Dallas, if you remember that show. But then they also find a giant black hole in one of his fields that it's like a Western soap opera mixed with a sci-fi show. It's 2 seasons. I don't know if it's over or not. I just saw it yesterday and said I'll watch that, and I really liked it. So those are my recommendations. Everyone have a great week, and we'll be back ASAP with the second part of this show, which is our grand finale of the first record, and then we're going to move on to the second record. Okay, bye.